All right, everyone, welcome back to another video. We're going to be doing a button tutorial on the base model 2026 Toyota RAV4 LE. So stay tuned. So I already turned it on. The push button start button's right down here. Now let's start off on the left side over here. Right on the door, you have your left and right to control your mirrors right there. And then you can unlock and lock, and then your windows are right here, and then your back windows, and then you have your child lock right there. Below the left side of the steering wheel right here, you can control the brightness on your digital gauge cluster, and then right down there you can open up the gas and open up the hood right there. All right, let's start off with the steering wheel. So you have all your arrows to control your digital gauge cluster in front of you, your back button, then you have your voice to speak, and then these arrows right here are to change your different music on your radio, volume up and down. Now on the right side, you have your cruise control right there, your steer assist button right there. You can cancel it, and then you can select different modes. So you can put it in regular cruise or adaptive cruise, and then you have your speed up and down right here, and then your gap adjust between you and the preceding vehicle. Left side of the steering wheel right here are all your light controls, auto, parking lights, and daytime running lights. I usually just put them on auto, and now they changed it this year where your automatic high beam button is right here now. And then on the right side of the steering wheel over here, you have your rear wiper controls right there, and then these are for your front wipers. Nice audio multimedia display with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And again, this setup here in the new RAV4s is really nice because it's so much more responsive now with the new Toyota Safety Sense 4.0 and the Arene software. But as you guys can see, it's pretty quick to the touch now. And there's a little bit more customization that you can do now with these, with all your settings and stuff. And again, you guys do have the drive recorder now, so it does record certain footage in certain situations, which is really nice. Now, one of the biggest differences between the previous year and this year is a lot of the stuff is now on the touchscreen. You can still do your front defroster, rear defroster, control your temperatures down here, but now you got to push this arrow up to be able to control some of your climate settings. So here's like your fan speed right here, where you can adjust it up and down, and then you can also move this up and down as well, depending on how you want to set that up. Your AC is right there, and then you have where you want the air to directly flow, and right here it'll show you where it's going. And then you also have circulate the air within the cabin right here, your sync button right there. And then you have a couple other options when you click on options for your direct airflow to occupied front seats, and then just a couple other little settings here. But right here, it's showing you what the temperature is. And then right here, I'm just going to put it down more. Summer day out right now, so it is pretty hot. But you see how they're synced together here too. Right here's your four ways. And then let's talk about what's going on right here. You have some storage here, but these are all your different selectable drive modes. They moved the EV button for EV mode on this side if you want to drive on just the electric portion. And then when you push drive mode, right here on your screen, it'll show you can put it in normal, eco, sport, and custom. And then with custom, you can configure the powertrain, steering, and air conditioning the way you want it. But also, when you push these buttons on your digital gauge cluster, it'll show up. It'll tell you what mode you're in. And then you also have trail, and you have snow mode that you can put it in and normal drive. Now right down here, you have two USB-Cs, and then you also have a downhill assist control here, and then your traction control off. Now let's take a look at your shifter here. To put it in reverse, you just pull it back. It'll show that you're in reverse. You have a backup camera right here, and then you put it in drive, you pull it all the way down. And if you want to shift kind of manually yourself, you can just push it to the left, but put it back in park here. And then you have your brake hold function right here, and you have an electronic parking brake. Now right here, you just have two cup holders, and then this is set up where you can open it in two different directions, which is nice depending on who needs to access it. There's your rear view mirror right there. You have some buttons up here for your lights, and then right here is your sunglass holder. Now, when it comes to your seat on this one, this is manual, so you'll have to pull on this down here to push it forward and back, and then you can jack the seat up like this, and then you pull this up if you want to move this part of the seat forward and back. Now, right back here, you have this to control your windows back here. And then let's sit back here. Right back here, you have two vents right here, and then it says RAV4 right there, which is really nice. Now, you don't get any USB or USB-Cs back here. Now, right back here, this is manual, so you just have to lift it up, but it's a lot easier to lift up now than it was in the previous generation. Now, let's take a look at what's going on back here. Looks like this one comes with the RAV4 mat, the all-weather mat. It doesn't come standard with it. Usually our dealership orders it, but you could request your dealership to order you this if you like it, because this part right here Velcros to the back seats, which is nice. Now you do have some storage here, and then you have something to charge some devices on this side. And then it looks like this one comes with the shade. And again, this isn't standard. This is something that you'd have to order as well. And then for your steering wheel, if you want to adjust it up and down, you just got to pull this down, and then you'll be able to pull it up or down or towards you. Now, I do want to show you the turn signals, just so you can see what the lights look like in the front and back. So right back here, here's what it looks like with your turn signals. Now let's take a look at the front here. And here's what it looks like up front. You have a light right down there. Now, for those of you that don't know, right here is where the camera is for your radar. And then right back here is where your backup camera is. Now, I figured since the RAV4 LE doesn't really have many buttons to go over, I'll show you on the infotainment how you would set up your Bluetooth. Now, my phone's not going to connect to this because it's currently not in Bluetooth mode, but you would click Add Device, and then it would be searching for yours once you turn your Bluetooth on. And then go to Home. You have customizable widgets, which is nice. You just press customize and you can kind of add whatever you want to it, which is really nice. And then this is a quick drop-down menu for just some quick settings. Now, one thing I find very important that people should know about their RAV4 once they buy it is the voice assistant that these come with, because you can do some things with it. So for example, if I want to put the fan speed up, I can say, "Hey Toyota, turn on my fan speed a little bit higher."
Raising the fan speed.
"Hey Toyota, turn on max AC."
Raising fan speed to 7.
"Hey Toyota, turn on the highway on Sirius XM."
Here's the highway on Sirius.
All right, let's go over some quick key fob functionalities. You have your lock button right here. You have your unlock. And then right here, you have your panic button. And then with the Toyota app, because I can't really show you right now, you can also remote start it on the app, and there's some things that you can do on that as well. But let's go over some other stuff as well. So the RAV4 LE now even has the smart key system. So you just push this to lock it, hold your hand here to unlock it, and then if you hold it for more than 3 seconds, usually all the doors will unlock. Let me try it again here. Maybe the LE doesn't have that function. Let's try it. 1, 2, yep, it does work. It did work for all doors. Thanks so much for sticking around and watching this video. Let me know what you guys think about the RAV4 LE. If there's something I didn't cover, put it in the comments and I'll be able to answer that question for you. But honestly, one of the most exciting things is the voice assistant, in my opinion, in the new RAV4s. And obviously, you know, they are a lot faster, quicker to the touch, and more modernized. So that's a really nice thing as well. But I do button tutorial videos all the time, reviews, and a lot more on this channel. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video.